Boys have come out to play here at Greymouth. This is the Classic Hit Scenic Land FM Formula 1 class, so this is the best of the best. And look at the start from number 76, Hank Randall, on the Honda Fireblade, the 1000cc machine. Going with him, number 12, Chris Ellie. Also in there as well, I think you would have found Daniel Ormsby on the Triumph Daytona. Not a big field, but a quality field, and it is Randall from Christchurch out in the front on the big Honda. Second place man, number 12, another Christchurch resident. That's Chris Ellie on the Suzuki GSXR 1000. That's a 06 model, so it's fairly modern. Ormsby just dropping back a little bit there. And then trying to go down the inside is number 51, Ricky Mackay from Rolleston, just out of Christchurch on the 600cc R6 Yamaha. So that's a good performance from Ricky Mackay. They worked their way down past the Lowe's Super Liquorland roundabout, down the inside of the roundabout. Remember, the road closed here at Greymouth. It's been this way for 20 years. It's amazing that this race has gone virtually unnoticed for the last 18 years anyway. A lot of people said to us when we were coming down to cover the Greymouth street race, they say they have car racing in Greymouth. Well, no, they have motorcycling, and they've been doing it for over 20 years. Have a look as they work their way down onto the Greymouth Motor Centre straight. Oh, and Ricky Mackay's run a little bit wide. Oh, and there's a problem there. And one of the riders has clipped Mackay. Now Mackay's going to continue on, and I got a feeling that might be Dan McKenzie, and he looks out for the count at the moment. So I'm sure we'll see a red flag here. We'll see if we can have a look at that on the replay. Poor old Ricky Mackay just outbraked himself coming into the left-hander. That's the Revington Hotel corner. The red flag comes out, so the race is stopped. Here it is on the replay. Watch for number 51 down the inside. Just gets a little bit squirrely on the white lines. Goes way, way too wide. Recovers without hitting the hay bales or the tyre wall, but then hasn't really factored in the fact that coming down the inside is Dan McKenzie on the big Honda. They clip, and McKenzie has a vicious, vicious high side. So the red flag comes out. And once again, the safety personnel quickly on the spot here at Greymouth. Both ambulances and the fire engine there. So we will have a restart for Formula 1, but there will be no Dan McKenzie. It'll be interesting to see if Ricky Mackay will start. So this is the restart of the Formula 1 brought to you by Classic Hits Scenic Land FM. And Hank Randall will be kicking himself because he had a wonderful start in the first attempt, and he hasn't got the very best of starts, but he's going to sneak up the inside of Chris Ellie and lead them as they head down into the first turn for the first of 5 times. Well, I can tell you the good news is that Dan McKenzie didn't suffer any life-threatening injuries. A couple of broken bones, we've heard the report, but that's good. Daniel Ormsby's got a better start this time. He's moved up into second place. Ricky Mackay is out there, so obviously no damage. Oh, and another one's gone down. Oh, and that's Aaron Scott, number 52 on the Kawasaki. Well, a vicious high side from Aaron Scott. Love to get a replay of that, see what happened there. He was very lucky not to be collected. Here he is coming to the bottom of your shot now. Oh, yeah, just got a little bit sideways, and that's what we call a pivot and a high side. And normally that results in collarbone or wrist injuries, but look at this. Aaron Scott just gets up, goes back to his bike, and if the bike isn't too damaged, I think he could probably keep going. 76, Randall leads it. Ormsby through in second place, round the inside of the roundabout onto the Kingsgate straight once again to complete another lap here at Greymouth. Chris Ellie's gone back into third place now. There's Ricky Mackay. Now, he was involved in the first red flag incident. Number 112, Scott Sutherland in this one as well. Scott riding a Triumph Daytona 675, as is Daniel Ormsby. So Triumph Daytona's filling second and fifth position at the moment. So they turn through the left-hander, and that is the Revington Hotel corner. Then they head up the Greymouth Car Centre straight and into the Greyford corner. You just got a glimpse there off to the side, that damaged bike. I guess that's Aaron Scott's bike, so he's not taking any further part, just in the shadows of the shop fronts. Rest of this field funneling through as they come up to the roundabout once again. The lap doesn't take very long. This is the Lowe's Super Liquor roundabout. They go down the inside of that on the wrong side if you were driving your car, and then it's straight down the Kingsgate Hotel straight. Then it's hard right into the smoke-free straight. That's the short shoot here at Greymouth. Probably only changing a couple of gears as then they turn right again into the Greymouth Car Centre straight. So pretty much all right-handers. And look at this, Randall just starting to get away a little bit now, using the extra grunt of the Fireblade, the 1000cc Honda machine. He's doing the job out in the front of the field. Second place, well, it looks like Daniel Ormsby for the moment, but he's getting a bit of attention now from Ricky Mackay, so we'll keep an eye on that for you. But there's absolutely no doubt about the winner, or should I say the leader, and there he is, number 76. It is Ormsby in second, there's Mackay right in behind him, and then it's Chris Alley, so there's nothing in this yet. Triumph on Yamaha, that's the battle between Ormsby and Mackay. Then it's a Suzuki in the form of Chris Alley, but out in the front it is a Honda. Mackay getting a little bit closer to Ormsby. That's the corner he had problems with Dan McKenzie in the first restart. Once again, some pretty interesting bikes out there. Steve LeBillin on the Honda VRF 750, just through a shot. He's running about 8th place at the moment.
Not sure exactly what his history was, but Ricky Mackay.
This man is running in the front, and he's making look pretty easy. You see the safety considerations on the track here. The bags filled with plastic milk bottles, the tyres. And I'd suggest that the riders would want to keep well off the tyres, and the barriers are there just to stop any hard landings if there is a problem, and we've seen them come into use already today. Randall just extending the lead now. I think Mackay might have got up in front of Ormsby. We'll keep an eye on that. That's a battle for second and third. Yes, and it's a close one too, and Ellie there just poised, waiting for a mistake coming from the men in front of him. 76, no mistakes from Randall though. 51 will get through in second place as a checkered flag falls for Hank Randall, so he gets the first win in the book here at Greymouth. Cold conditions, I've got to say, and that's probably affecting the tyres as much as anything else. Ricky Mackay will go across the line in second place, and third will be Daniel Ormsby. Number 112, Chris Alley, will be fourth, and in fifth place will be number 147, and that is Damien Perriton. Good to get the first win under the belt, Hank.
Well, it's always great. I can't say I've ever won a race here before, because there was always been Glenn Williams in that here, so for a change here, it's been great, been marvellous.
What is it about Greymouth?
Street circuits, you just don't, it's a buzz completely different to the circuit, to an open form circuit. It's you know, the people, the noise, the post going past you at speed, it's just not a feeling like it really, to be honest.
The streets of Greymouth for their 20th annual motorcycle event.
Well, this is Formula Greymouth, and just like their bigger cousins at Paira and Wanganui, this will be the feature event of the race. It pits the best against the rest. I saw Daniel Ormsby down there on the inside. Good start too from Jock Woodley, but the one you got to watch out for is bike number 76, and that is Hank Randall. He's been unstoppable. 12 goes into second. That's Chris Alley on the Suzuki. So the 1000cc machines that probably aren't even getting into fourth gear around this tight, twisty circuit here at Greymouth are holding the front running at the moment. There is Ormsby through in third. Ricky Mackay keeping him honest on the R6 Yamaha in fourth. Then I think we go back to Jock Woodley, and that's a huge start from him on the RGV 250 Suzuki, I should say. So a great start from Jock Woodley, brother of John and Bruce. Great to see, as I said, the Woodley name back on the result sheets in motorcycling in New Zealand. Randall, though, he wants to stamp his name onto the result sheets as well in Formula Greymouth because he's in the front. Chris Alley's moved through into second, then it's Ormsby, then it's Mackay, then it would be number 28, and that is Brian Hill. Neil Hughes won't be too far behind that lot either, I would think, on the second of the SV650 Suzuki. He's just got a glimpse of him as the race leader goes through turn number 1 here at Greymouth. Down the little smoke-free straight into the Rivington Hotel corner, out of the Rivington Hotel corner, down the Greymouth car centre straight. They come, 76, Randall in the front, Alley in second on the Suzuki, then it's Ormsby, then it's Mackay, and these four starting to clear away just a little bit. They head up towards the Grey Ford corner. Down into the Union Hotel corner now they go. Now it's out past the mini golf and onto Boundary Street. They turn hard right into Boundary Street. Then they head up down towards the big roundabout here at Greymouth. That's the Lowe's Super Liquor roundabout. They take that on the inside, opposite to the way you do it on your car. Then it's down the Kingsgate Hotel front straight to complete one lap here at Greymouth. It happens very quickly, especially when you're riding a CBR 1000 Triple R Honda Fireblade like the race leader is, and that is Randall, Hank Randall. So these four certainly starting to get away. Big wheelie there coming from number 12, Christchurch's Chris Alley on the Suzuki 1000. Ricky Mackay is having a sneaky look up the inside of Daniel Ormsby, trying to make the pass stick. Can't quite do it. Ormsby on the 675 Triumph Daytona. Mackay on the R6 Yamaha. It's the little brother to the R1, and that's the bike that we're used to seeing Daniel Ormsby ride, the R1 Yamaha, but he's doing a fantastic job on the Triumph here at Greymouth. The 20th year of the Greymouth Street Races, and what an occasion. And I can tell you, as the morning's got on and the sun has come out, it's turned into quite a nice day. Bitterly cold here this morning, and that affected not only the track temperature but the tyre temperatures of all these machines, but now it has come good. This is a man back in 5th place. This is Jethro Bowman. Right in behind him is David Rangi on the SV650. Bowman on the 1000cc Suzuki, but it's an older vintage. It's from 2005. The Honda continues to lead it though. Ellie looks comfortable in 2nd, and the battle continues in 3rd and 4th. And once again, just slightly different lines, but it is Ormsby that holds the front running position from number 51, and that is Ricky Mackay. So you get the feeling that the placings in this, the first of the Formula Greymouth races, are going to come from these 4, and it's going to take a miracle or a mistake to stop Hank Randall. He's been unbeatable today at Greymouth. So they work their way down the inside of the roundabout and down the Kingsgate Hotel straight once again. There's number 52. Great to see him back on the bike. That's Aaron Scott. He had a crash in the previous race, remember? There is Jethro Bowman once again. As I said, that's that battle through 6th, 7th and 8th. It's pretty close. Out in the front, it's anything but close. This guy just pulling away with ease. And this is Hank Randall from Christchurch on the Fireblade. Tightened up a little bit behind him though. Chris Ellie's going to have to work a little bit now, because Ricky Mackay, I think, has finally found a way around Daniel Ormsby, and now he puts the challenge on Ellie and zips down the inside of him. Can he hold on to it? He doesn't drift a little bit wide. The 1000 just having a bit more power, but Ellie gets up into a wheel stand, and that maybe slowed him if anything. And the laps are winding down here at Greymouth. First Formula Greymouth race on the program, brought to you by Man's Motel Association of New Zealand, and this man has won it. Hank Randall wins the Formula Greymouth. In 2nd place it will be Ricky Mackay. In 3rd place it will be Chris Ellie on the big Suzuki, and in 4th it will be Daniel Ormsby. Behind him, Brian Hill. That's how they finished in Formula Greymouth.
Street races.
Kingsgate Hotel, Greymouth, Formula 3 for you now. Another big field of machines, and a couple to look out for in there. Watch for number 3. That is Eric de Boer. But it's number 28 that gets the very best of the starts, and that's Brian Hill from Ashburton on the SV650 Suzuki. Now that bike has ruled the roost in Formula 3 for the past couple of years, certainly on the national stage with the likes of Glenn Williams and Terry Fitzgerald. But Eric de Boer is probably going to argue about that as he drives the Kawasaki hard into the left-hander and takes the front running from number 28, Brian Hill. So Eric de Boer goes into the front, the man from Westport on the Kawasaki ZX-R 400. 2nd place man on the SV650 Suzuki, still number 28, Brian Hill, and that'd be number 7, and that's Neil Smith. And it looks like Scott Moyer there in the yellow t-shirt, new to Greymouth and very new to Formula 3 as well. And have a look at the bike, number 253. It's an RS125 Honda with an CRF 450 motocross Honda engine in it. Well, the 28 had got by, but it's a little bit too little too late for Eric de Boer. De Boer runs wide though, and that allows Brian Hill to come back on him. No, he doesn't. De Boer shuts the door as they head down the short chute once again here, the smoke-free straight. It's the Kawasaki in the front. It's Suzuki's running 2 and 3 with Brian Hill and then Neil Smith. And then it is the hybrid, sort of lapsing into the territory of Jason Easton, because he runs a Tigcraft hybrid with an Aprilia engine in it. Well, Scott Moyer's got a Honda RS125 frame with a Honda CRF 450 engine in it, and he's running in 5th place at the moment. De Boer, though, calling the shots. Now, 2 years ago when we first came to Greymouth to televise this event, Eric de Boer was out-and-out rookie. He's come a long way since then. He finished 3rd in the National Formula 3 title chase behind Glenn Williams and Terry Fitzgerald. And we got a rider down, and it looks serious, and that is in a dangerous spot, so I wouldn't be too surprised if we see another red flag here. It's certainly the way it looks at the moment. 7-11, Brendan Booth just looking behind. He realises that this race is going to be stopped. So too does Todd Heisted. So the officials show the red once again here at the Greymouth Street Races. Ambulance quickly on the scene. Hopefully nothing too serious. Well, restart here in the Kingsgate Hotel, Greymouth, Formula 3, race 1 for them. This is after the red flag incident, remember. Away we go now. Can Eric de Boer repeat his glory at the front of the field. He's looking in a pretty good position as they head into turn number 1. He goes into the front in the lead, and he doesn't come out of the corner though. Well, I just wonder if that was cold tyres. It is very, very cold here at Greymouth. There's been a huge delay between the restart and that accident, so I just wonder if Eric de Boer suffered from cold tyres. I think he's okay, but we go back into the race, and it's Brian Hill in the front now from Neil Smith in second place. Scott Moyer again showing his presence in the field as well. Just up in front of him is Jock Woodley. Great to see the Woodley name back in motorcycling. This is the brother of John and Bruce, and look at the tangle at the top of the field here. SV 650 Suzukis. Well, I told you they rule the roost in the National Formula 3 class. They rule the roost here at Greymouth as well. But it's number 7, Neil Smith in the front now. There is Jock Woodley, number 626, and in behind him it was number 95, and that was David Rangi. So that's the top order as they head down the Kingsgate Straight once again. 7, 28, 626, 95, there is Moyer. And in behind him, number 85, and that's Ian Greenwood from Motueka on yet another SV 650 Suzuki. What is it about these V-twin Suzukis that make them so good in not only the Formula 3 but in the Pro Twins? And you have a look at the number plates on the front two bikes with the red background. That means they are set up in Pro Twin trim. So essentially at the National Championships, at the Castrol Power One National Championships later on this year, there'll be 2 classes in one in Formula 3. There'll be Formula 3 and there'll be bikes with the red plates on them like this one of Neil Smith's, and that will be in the Pro Twin category. You're not allowed to do too much to the Pro Twins. With the Formula 3s, well, the sky's not quite the limit, but it's very close to it. 7, Smith continues to lead it. 28, Brian Hill through in second. So no change at the top of the order, and if anything, it looks like Scott Moyer's being shuffled back a couple of spots. We'll keep an eye on that. Bike number 99 there is Simon Radford from Blenheim on the Ducati. Now it's a complicated formula in Formula 3. You're allowed up to 500 cc's in a single-cylinder engine. You're allowed up to 700 cc's in a twin engine, and with a 4-cylinder engine, you're allowed up to 400 cc's. There's all sorts of frame modifications you can do as well. And we got another rider down, and it's Doug Wood, and he's come all the way from Australia. Can you believe it? He's had another vicious high side. He's okay, but his race is run. The man from Australia on the Kawasaki. Here it is on the replay. Look at that, and that's what we mean by a high side. If that was a low side, he just would have slid out with a bike. But you see, he's been catapulted right over the top of the fuel tank and hard into the asphalt here at Greymouth. A testament to the safety equipment all these riders use and wear, because he gets up, a couple of bumps, a couple of bruises, but that's about all. Back to the race leaders. They negotiate the accident site without any problem at all. Still, Neville Smith in the front, 28, through in second, Brian Hill. Then it's Jock Woodley by the look of it. Then behind Jock, I think we had Scott Moyer, but we'll check on that when they come just a little wee bit closer.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we wait, second flag is now going
Number
out.
490, Peter Lawrence, is going to go out there, and he's going to resist being lapped, because here is the race leader coming for the checkered flag down the inside of the Lowe's Super Liquor roundabout. Checkered flag comes out, and it is number 7, Neil Smith, that gets the win here at Greymouth. Second place, I think, will be number 28, and that was Brian Hill. Third place would be Robbie Stokes. Then it was Jock Woodley on the RGV 250 Suzuki, and then behind him it was number 95, and that was David Rangi on the SV 650 Suzuki. Behind him, Ian Greenwood, also on an SV 650, Gavin Mackay and Simon Radford. Fence being repaired, so we'll be underway with the next class very shortly.
Yeah, not bad. It's one for Grey Power today.
Well, you're not alone here in Greymouth with Grey Power.
Yeah, no, it's really good to see so many older gentlemen, if you like, that can still do it. It's really good fun.